All right, folks. As I said, this wasn't supposed to be just a political panel. I was supposed to talk about a lot of other things. I'm a gamer, RPGs, as well as MMORPGs, World of Craft. Um, I'm an Xbox console person. I used to do PlayStation back in the day. I still have a PlayStation 3. That was the last one I had. So PS1, PS2, PS3. Then I ended up because most of my friends were Xbox people, so ended up getting into Xbox. Um, um, but I'm a PC person when it comes to Hearthstone, StarCraft, and of course World of Warcraft, Baldur's Gate, and such. A beta tester I've been a beta tester for different projects for Wizards of the Coast over the years. The last thing I worked on was fifth edition um, for Wizards of the Coast. Been a beta tester for Bungie. Um, so I'm a gamer. So I'm a nerd and a geek. Got a degree in microcomputer technology. I've been a nerd and a geek my entire life. Um, I was watching the documentary. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. It just came out a couple of days ago. The documentary for Galaxy Quest, Never Surrender. You got to watch it. It's fucking awesome. I recommend it. Near the end of the movie, because it's a documentary, it's like about an hour, 30 minutes long. You can rent or pay for it. I bought it because I'm a huge Galaxy Quest fan. I do cosplay. I'm an Amtgarder, which is a medieval fighting group. I got a lot of my friends in the SCA who have been trying to get me for years to join the SCA. I belong to a steampunk society. I am a nerd and a geek, but I'm also a military veteran, Army vet. I was born and raised Navy brat, a martial artist, second degree black belt in Taekwondo, 2 red sashes in Kung Fu. Hunter, shooter, Second Amendment lover, NRA member. So I am. The end of the documentary kind of pissed me off because they made a comment about like just nerds and like geeks and nerds kind of thing, and it just kind of pissed me off. Like they were the first ones or something. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. There was Revenge of the Nerds, fuckers. Hello? Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds 2. Airheads. Hello? Airheads is a good movie. It talks about geeks and nerds, and how they're cool, So it's funny how they try to point out, like, how it's cool now to be a geek and a nerd, say, like the Big Bang Theory all of a sudden made geeks and nerds cool. It's like, hello, fucking Revenge of the Nerds came out years before that fucking show did. Geeks and nerds were always cool. It just became cool when the it people started getting into it. Like with the Yaya Han. Those people are not actual fucking nerds or geeks. They're not. They are not. Let me see. There are those that are. They actually are gamers. Ivy, she, I love her. Beautiful woman, love her. She's an actual gamer. But Yaya Han, all she is a cute chick who was like, I could make money off of this with these fucking nerds and geeks. That's all she is. The majority of these cosplay girls, they're not nerds or geeks. They're just beautiful women who can just make money by getting to these horny ass nerds and geeks. That's it. But what ticks me off about the societies that do that, they're not comic book people. They're not. I've been collecting comic books since I was a kid. My older brother was into, and oh my God, we were so stupid. We were so stupid for getting rid of some of the shit that we had because we didn't realize we really didn't. We really didn't. My brother had, we're talking OG original Conan, Iron Fist, Power Man. My brother, Iron Man, my brother would have some expensive fucking comic books to this day. But mom, threw them out because comic books were a waste of time. Because the parents just didn't understand. Our Star Wars figures, where you're not really playing with it anymore. So, throw it out or donate it. Oh my God, do you have any idea? I've looked stuff up of some of the toys and things and comics that I used to have as a kid. Ooh, boy, oh boy, man. But, as I said, our parents were stupid. They didn't understand shit back then. But I love Lady Death. That's my number one. Love Lady Death. I've got original Transformers comics. I mean, people have like, Mark, have you valued some of your stuff? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I collect them. I'm not going to sell them. I collect them. My Star Wars figurines, Star Trek figurines, my ships that I have. I've got my DS9 sitting right there, the model. My Borg ship is somewhere around here, which was rare. That was rare. When I found that, I grabbed that shit really quick. The Borg cube. I've got the Enterprise D, the Romulan bird of prey, the Klingon Vorcha class warship. As I said, I am a nerd and a geek. I've got all my fucking D&D books going back to fucking first edition. So yeah, it pisses me off when they try to make it sound like nerds and geeks are just fucking Sheldon, Leonard, and Raj and Howard. Like that's it. That's it. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of these four-eyed, skinny ass, can't throw a baseball, nerds. And it's like, all of my friends that I played D&D growing up and video games growing up, all of us were in the martial arts. All of us hunt. All of us shoot. All of us fight. Some of us were in gangs. It's like, where the fuck, when Big Bang Theory came out, I hated that fucking show. I fucking hated that show. Hated it because they just made it look like all and only nerds and geeks were these weak ass, non-coordinated fucking just brainiacs and shit. And it's like, I was military intelligence. Do you have any idea how well you have to score to be in military intelligence? Do you have any idea? So got my degree. I have my degree in microcomputer technology. So I am a nerd. I am a geek, but I can also whip your fucking ass. So Big Bang Theory, one of the things that I know I pointed this out in one of my other videos. One of the things that I really hoped that they would do is that I figured they would try to throw in at least one character before like the last season, even just in the last season of the show, that they would try to throw in somebody like me, somebody who is a jock, but is also a nerd and also a geek, because we fucking exist. I was really hoping the show would be more inclusive and have one of us, like somebody like us, on the damn show. But no, they just did a Revenge of the Nerds fucking thing and had it. I mean, yes, at the end of the first movie, they had Ogre join, but Ogre was a dumb jock. Not an intelligent jock, but a dumb jock. So that still fucked shit up. You can still have a jock who's also very intelligent. Easily. I don't know why these movies keep leaving that shit out. Airheads touched on it. Airheads, that movie got into it. That movie spoke about how you could be a metalhead, still be a nerd, still be a geek, still be muscular and everything else, but still be a nerd, still be a geek. All my friends, we were all nerds and geeks, but yet we were all athletic, So just, what would you say, Polar? Let's see. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but the geologist dude was also, he talked like this, that was the way that he was. He was, not all intelligent. He was just, a complete, just retard. He was real intelligent when it came to geology, but, he's just, he wasn't popular. He didn't have a woman, even hardly anybody liked him. So yeah, He was just sizably big, but he wasn't a jock. He wasn't, as I said, that show, even though I watched it and the final episode made me cry, it did. Love that final episode. It made me cry. But still, it just ticks me off when they do this whole geeks and nerds and comic book people that it's all supposed to be just a bunch of fucking, Sheldons running around. That shit ticks me off. That really ticks me off. When I go to Comic Cons and things like that, people look at me, especially being 6'1" over 270. They look at me and they're like, and they see me dressed the way that I'm dressed as a cosplay person. And the stuff I'm wearing is authentic. It is authentic because it's stuff that my friends have either put together themselves, which my friends, as far as seamstresses, top notch. Karen, y'all, oh my God, y'all, some of y'all are just, and I do sew. I'm not as good as them. I've been sewing since I was a kid. I grew up on a farm and my grandma, I didn't have to take home ec because I had already learned all that stuff through my grandma. My grandma's like, no, boys should know how to cook, how to clean, how to sew, how to, so grandma was that way. She was hardcore. I didn't have to take home ec, but so I do. I mean, when people are surprised, people are so surprised when they find out I sew. I've got my sewing machine on the other side of the wall over there. They're like, wait, you know how to sew? Yeah, my grandma made me. My mom was a chef, so I know how to cook. I know. It's like, but they're looking at me like, but aren't you like a jock or something? And I'm like, the fuck does that got to do with anything? I'm still a nerd. I'm still a geek. The people just, I've been in chorus, but, people are really surprised by all that you're, if you're a music person, you're supposed to be like, oh, that typical band person. He's just, no, I wasn't band. I was chorus. But again, still a person who was 6'1", 100, and how much did I weigh in high school? 160, 100, yeah. So I was the whole wiry muscular thing because of the martial arts and stuff, rock climbing, mountain biking. But I wasn't your typical, nerd, kind of shit. Excuse me. People did try to fight me and bully me in high school. And it's like, I'd whip their ass because they were thinking I was some fucking geek and shit. And here I am whipping their ass. And they're like, I thought you couldn't fight. Who the fuck said I couldn't fight? It's like, dude, my older brother is Terry. My older brother kicks all y'all's asses, and he's a honor roll student. He's an A honor roll student, but he's whipping all, I don't know where people get these stereotypes from. I really don't. I don't understand that. But I'm a comic book person. I collect what I like. I've got The Wedding of Superman, The Death of Superman, of course, Doomsday. I collect what I collect. I've got something that most people do not have. Be right back. Oh. Hold on. Which I've had for years. I wondered why they didn't really fully. This is by Marvel. This is by Marvel. Do you know how rare this is? The Futurians, Volume 1, the graphic novel. This is very rare, but, and I've also got, of course, the Futurians, Volume 2. This was a hit. This was huge. There's a whole documentary talking about the Futurians. Okay, all right. So I am a nerd and a geek. I collect these things. These are mine. The Futurians was supposed to be its own series. I mean, we're talking about getting like movies and all of that. They're still talking about it, but apparently they're not really sure who has the rights. It's a real confusing thing. You can look up the documentary on YouTube, but I used to watch Supergirl when it was on CBS. I used to watch it, and it was a good show. And then it started getting like all of them have. Arrow. As I said, I'm a huge comic book person, so I was into Arrow until they added his fucking mysterious daughter and shit, and all of a sudden now it's all feminist. And the Flash until they added a fucking daughter, and then got all fucking political and feminist. Stopped watching that too. Supergirl, which is obviously a girl, Supergirl, but yet it got all feminist and anti-gun and all this other dumb shit. It is so stupid. It is absolutely stupid. Just make comic book movies or comic book shows. They don't need, I hate to tell you, if any of you producers or writers or whatever that may catch my video, as again, like and share, catch my video, let me say something to you real quick. Just write good stories. I hate to tell you, but if Superman and if the comic book world were real and we're literally getting alien threats and shit, I hate to tell you, but fucking gay, lesbian politics, feminist rights. I hate to tell you, when you have a planet that is literally full of fucking aliens and everything, I really hate to tell you, but I don't think those would be issues. I really don't. Now, mind you, these current seasons are after what, the 2 invasions of alien races, 2, 3. We're up to 3 now alien invasions in the DC thing, plus the whole the invasion from the other dimension of coming over to to where we had to go get Supergirl to help out and shit. The evil Arrow guy, all of them that came from that other dimension and everything were Laser or whatever the fuck his name was, who they made him gay all of a sudden now. He was with Mr. Cold or Mr. Free, whatever. You have a world that is dealing with alien invasions and literally the world almost being destroyed by what is it in Supergirl, the destroyer and all that other shit that happened. You have a world like that. I hate to tell you, but your anti-gun will be the least of your fucking worries. Let me think. What else? Yeah, you're not going to be worried about feminist issues. You're not going to be worried about gay and lesbian issues in a world filled with fucking superheroes and aliens and shit. Fucking, you got Man Shark and or whatever. You got all of them running around. Gorilla Grodd. You literally have fucking cities just like in complete dire straits and shit. And somehow or another, y'all are worried about the most mundane, dumb issues. You really think if Independence Day, or let's take the TV show V, not the most recent one, which still had a hot chick. Ooh, still. Anyway, but let's take the original, the OG V. You think aliens literally showing up, you think people are going to give a fuck about gay and lesbian rights? You really think that people are going to give a fuck about feminist issues? Are you serious? So you comic book people, especially in the comic books, let's take Marvel. This is after the snap. And you people are throwing out feminist issues? Who the fuck is going to be caring about? You literally had aliens just literally wipe out half of the fucking entire universe. You now know, because Spider-Man Far From Home, they know on Earth that there is a universe now. They know aliens exist. Earth is not the only life there is. They know for a fact now aliens and shit exist, but somehow or another, they're going to care about feminist issues and gay and lesbian. What? No. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You have superpowered beings running around that could just snap the all of existence, and y'all are worried about no. That would never happen in the real world. That would never happen. That should never happen in the comic book world. But it definitely would never happen in the real world. I mean, Supergirl being anti-gun. Bitch, you got superpowers. What makes you more special than me? Well, I can protect you. The police can protect you. Bitch, you've got superpowers. How do we know we could fucking trust you? You're telling me we can't really trust a lot of our cops, but somehow we're supposed to trust you. We're supposed to just trust the Justice League because they all have superpowers. Because, obviously they're never going to go bad. So, no. They are losing fans by the wayside. Look at that. This was 3 weeks ago. 1 point. Have you noticed? Like, let's take Star Trek Discovery. The show sucks. I gave it a chance, tried watching it, and it fucking sucks. The show sucks. Yet somehow it's still in the air. It's not making any money. Yet somehow it's still on the air. Yet you have shows. I love how they talk about the Conners. That ain't a hit show. You look at the actual numbers, it's not a hit show. Yet they got rid of, like, let's say, when they got rid of Last Man Standing, which was a hit show, but it wasn't politically correct anymore. Just stupid. Just absolutely stupid how they're dealing, they want to get rid of stuff that actually talks about real issues while at the same time promoting all these shows that don't make any money, but they have a political agenda, but they keep those shows around. It's just absolute bullshit. But let's get into this.
Red Letter Day, a day of celebration. I think it's a day that unequivocally the get woke, go broke mantra has never been more true. The combined efforts of both DC's Supergirl and Batwoman have now lost in just this season, in just a single season, they have lost 1.3 million viewers. 1.3 million. And that would be a huge number if these shows were raking in 10 million viewers weekly. That would be a huge number if they were raking in 20 million views per week. But they aren't raking in anywhere near that. Now, Supergirl gets lumped in with Batwoman, I think perhaps unfairly. Supergirl is just a bad show. It's not exactly, I don't know that it's exactly get woke, go broke scenario. I know they've gotten more woke over the last few seasons.
Yep.
I've actually started watching it because I think rightfully so. If I'm going to rip on these shows, well, even if I'm just going to report on the shows, if I'm going to profit from these shows' demise, I think the absolute least I could do is watch them. So I've started watching Supergirl.
But see, that's the thing. I did watch those shows. I watched them. It was because they got woke. Just completely unrealistically. It's like your people, your own people, stuff dealing with you almost killed the human race, Supergirl. And somehow or another, the next couple of episodes that show up are about being anti-gun. It was like, what the? Then, of course, when it got around that whole drug that started giving people superpowers and shit, and they of course had them like a super steroid and had them go insane and everything. That was less important than guns. Guns were more important than that because y'all got woke. Just stupid.
Batwoman is on my schedule for Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, because I'm going to be staying home. And Supergirl to me is just okay. It's not exceedingly woke, at least yet, but there are 5 seasons of it. In comparison,
they got very woke. In the last season I watched, it got very woke. The whole feminist bullshit, anti-gun bullshit, it just got stupid. Absolutely stupid. Putting down Jimmy Olsen for trying to do what he was doing to save people, but you're a normal human. Batman's a normal human, but yet he was out there doing what he was doing, so why can't Jimmy do what he's doing? So it's only people with superpowers? That's it? That's so yeah, it like let a woman do it. And it got really fucking woke, really stupid. Watchmen, the series, I was going to give it a chance until all these reviews started coming out about them being all feminist and woke and not canon. That's another thing I cannot stand. It just, I cannot stand. You can't, here's what gets me about all this PC bullshit. You can't create your own original shit. You're just too busy trying to tear down shit that came before. Watchmen, totally just trying to rewrite all canon. Just get rid of it all. Like they're outsmarting Oz, who literally outsmarted fucking Dr. Manhattan. He outsmarted a goddamn god. And yet all of a sudden, here are these fucking feminists just coming out of nowhere, outsmarting him. What the fuck? It's stupid. It is so stupid. They can't write their own material, so they just gotta like copy somebody else's and tear down the original shit. Have you noticed everything that's going on since the last few years? It's been all remakes. Have there been any hit shows or hit movies that have been original? Have any of them? They're all fucking copies or sequels or or remakes. It's like really nothing is original anymore. Damn, I mean, the Jumanji, the second movie, that one's original, apparently, unless somebody comes out and says they stole my idea or some shit. Frozen 2, it's a sequel, but from an original story. Yes, it's stolen from the whole Ice Queen and all that other stuff. An actual fairy tale and everything. But damn, it's all just a bunch of bullshit now, and it's all to be political. I hate to tell you, but if there's a world of superheroes running around, I don't want to see them being political. I don't. I just as I said, aliens come down. If aliens were to show up tomorrow, and I did make a comment about something. It was either earlier today or yesterday. I made some comment where I said, thinking of this whole Space Force thing, which is real. It is a real thing that's happening. This whole Space Force thing. What's coming? I was half joking, but because I was in the military, and of course my friends that are still currently military, that tell me enough, because I still do have a top secret clearance, so they still do tell me enough things. I wonder what's coming. You notice how they made a joke when President Trump did the whole Space Force thing? They made all these jokes about it, and then all of a sudden, the story just died off. Everybody got real quiet, and it just died off. So I'm curious what technology we already have, because why have a space force if we don't have ships? If we don't have ships, how are you going to have a space force? I mean, there's still just what uh fucking Elon Musk with the Falcon X, they're still just perfecting, rocket technology and everything. So if we are still barely just perfecting this rocket technology and everything, this new rocket technology, why create a space force? Why do that if we don't already have ships? Somebody else pointed that out in one of the videos I was watching the other day. Somebody else pointed that out. It's like, why would you bring this whole topic up of a space force if you already don't have spaceships? That doesn't make any sense. So I made a comment the other day where I was like, I wonder what's coming. I mean, if they're talking about this whole, I mean, look at how in just the last 10 years, how things changed. You had the Pope come out, and then a bishop, the Pope, all of them coming out talking about the existence of alien life does not take away from the Bible, does not disprove the existence of God. When that speech came out, all my friends were like, confused, especially my religious friends. And I was like, there's a key point that you guys are missing. Why all of a sudden now would they make this kind of a comment? Just why? Out of the blue. Why did they make this kind of a comment? Because it wasn't just them. All kinds of stuff started coming out talking about alien life, alien life, alien life. And I was like, why aren't y'all catching that? Why are y'all not trying to figure out why out of nowhere, out of the blue, did one fucking report or speech after another just come out talk about alien life all of a sudden? And then now Donald Trump, when he brings up the whole Space Force thing, as I said, I'm half joking and half not joking, because my whole way of thinking is, why out of nowhere did they just bring this up? What is coming? What is going to happen in the next 20 years that this is now an issue? That it's like they're trying to leak out all this information slowly, dealing with, this stuff. It's like they're trying to just put the information out, they're just little drips here and there of things. And I think they're doing it on purpose. I think they're desensitizing people on purpose so that whenever what is coming comes, they could go, well, hey, we told you back in, 2016 about the whole Space Force, or we told you back in 2013 about, hey, if aliens show up, it doesn't disprove the existence of God. I mean, it really does seem like that's what they're doing. They're trying to just lessen the blow, basically. But I'm not going to do this much more into this, but you can see the video for yourself if you want. 1.3 million fans gone. Batwoman and Supergirl circle the drain. These shows should have been canceled. Batwoman never should have been created in the first place. That is a shit show. I'm not going to let a man take credit for what a woman does. Bitch, you stole your cousin's shit. You broke into his house. You broke into the Bat Cave. You broke into Wayne Industries. You stole his shit, but you are saying you don't want a man to take credit for a woman. And it's like, you stole his shit. It's Batman's shit. It's your cousin's shit. You stole his shit, and you will get to take credit for his shit? Like, bitch, make your own shit. It's not your money that you're spending. It's his money. Last time I checked, it's the Waynes who are fucking super rich. Not her family. They're not rich. She's stealing his money. She's using his money, stealing it. It doesn't matter if they're family. It doesn't matter if they're family. You think my cousin could just show up and just move into my fucking house because we just happen to be related or some shit? No. She stole. She doesn't have legal authority. She stole his money, his shit, and is taking credit. It is a shit show. All these damn shows going fucking woke. It is just I'm sorry, but I hate to see a fucking I hate to see TV shows dealing with the fantastic as it's superheroes and aliens and everything be dealing with the dumbest fucking issues. Racism? We have aliens running around and you're gonna be worried about fucking racism? Fucking feminist issues. We have aliens running around. You really think we're gonna be dealing with fucking feminism? There's aliens. Bright kind of got into that. Yes, there was what I can't say racism, but speciesism, whatever the word speciesism, dealing with the orcs and the racism from the elves and humanity and everything else. And then, of course, that scene that a lot of people didn't catch when they first saw it, because we all saw it. A lot of me and my friends saw it together. And that when the moon is showing and that fucking dragon goes flying across the sky and shit. And I'm like, did anybody else notice the dragon? And my friend who didn't catch it was like, what? And had to rewind it. It was like, look, fucking dragon. And he goes, wait, there are dragons in this world? And these people are worried about fucking racism between the orcs and the humans and the elves? And there's dragons? We play D&D and we're like, seriously? There'd be dumb shit like that going on when there's fucking dragons running? Yes, I mean, obviously there's racism when we play D&D. Because if you're playing a drow, there are, of course, going to be the races that don't like the dark elves, so you are still going to have certain issues like that. But it's not going to be, but it's more or less a species kind of thing. You're not going to have, if literally, like say in Rifts, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you gamers don't even know what the fuck Rifts is. You're not true nerds if you don't know what Rifts is, then you're not really a true nerd. If Rifts were to open up in this world for real, the gods coming back, Atlantis coming back, magic snapping back to the world and everything else, again, I really hate to tell you, but these would be the least of my worries. Racism and sexism and all that shit. That would be the gargoyles and the insectoid, all these fucking races and dragons and everything coming back to the world and shit. Racism and sexism, all that shit would be the last on my fucking plate. I'd be like, survival is the first on my plate. There's giant gargoyles running around. Where are my glitter boys at and shit? That would be what I'd be worried about. But yeah, these shows, you literally have a Kryptonian, running around, and then of course you got the separate world that is where Batwoman's from and Batman, which obviously has Superman. So as a matter of fact, the world that Supergirl's from, that she's from, and you're going to tell me that in that kind of society, they have still sexism and dumb shit like that? Really? Why? Why would you have such stupid, just menial issues? Why would you have issues like that in a world that has superheroes running around, flying around and shit? I can't live in a world of Batman and be thinking that, we're going to have sexism shit running around. It's fucking dumber than dirt. I mean, it's the world that has Wonder Woman in it, Wonder Girl, Starfire, Raven. It is a world, if you haven't seen, of course, Titans or Doom Patrol, you have a world of fucking superheroes. Super women, for that matter. And you're going to be thinking that people are going to be worried about fucking sexism and shit. That would be the last thing on my fucking plate when there's superheroes running around everywhere. That's just dumb. Dumb. But anyway, let me get off of this. As I said, if you haven't read the graphic novel Futurians, it's awesome. You got to fucking read it. They should have continued it. I mean, they did have a volume 2, which I do have, but they should have continued it. Great fucking series. Lady Death, if you haven't read it, there's also a movie, Lady Death movie, anime movie. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Let me see. I actually do like Titans. Doom Patrol, I love that show. I recommend Doom Patrol, at least up to the point of where it is now. So yeah, I really am a geek nerd. You know, I haven't been on my World of Warcraft account in, wow, shit, 2 years. 2 years, yeah, at least in 2 years. Right now, I'm just back on Destiny 2 with the new DLC that came out. Of course, Modern Warfare, which I really have stopped playing because Ground War is just a bunch of fucking tryhards that have no life. Even though I'm retired and can play video games all day if I want, I don't. It's just not who I am. Even though I can, I don't. Um, Let me see. Terra, Neverwinter, World of Tanks. I do love World of Tanks. What else? There's a lot of stuff that I play, just to keep from getting bored, kind of thing. But mostly on Destiny 2. No Man's Sky. Oh my God, I've never seen a game like that before. If you've never played No Man's Sky, it is huge, just gigantic. I mean, we're talking just entire worlds, and then you get to go to all of the other worlds. I mean, it is probably the biggest open-ended game I have ever played. Skyrim, yes, I play. Um, Elder Scrolls, I've been playing. I don't know if I'll get the new DLC. You know, I don't the new expansion. I don't know if I'll get that. Um, Shit. But yeah, again, I am a true gamer. I am a true nerd, you know, and a true geek. Just somebody who, you know, shoots Second Amendment, hunter, you know. I have my AR-15. I've got my 300 Win Mag that I can shoot you from a very, let's just, I should, pisses me off to this day, I should have my expert badge from the military, and drill sergeants, even everybody pointed it out, which I could have still updated, and I still can update. Um, Hit the target, but it didn't drop. It malfunctioned. The mechanical target malfunctioned. And even though they all saw it, they didn't score it because the target didn't go down. And I was like, but it malfunctioned. They all know it. So it pisses me off. So I've got my marksman badge, but I don't have my expert badge, all because the stupid target fucking malfunctioned. That pisses me off. But I am an expert shooter. Expert. I mean, you should see when I sighted in my scope for my AR, we're talking, this was my grouping. Like, like, like that. That was my grouping, like a fucking quarter. So, and that was at 50. And the wind started picking up, which, you know, of course you'd have to have your windage and all of that. But it got, I mean, El Paso gets really, like really windy out here. I mean, we're talking dangerous. So I, you know, of course was like, I'll come out another day, you know, move the target further, but I packed up. But just sighting the scope in, you sight in at 25, 50, you know. But as I said, my grouping was like, I mean, yeah, definitely in a quarter. So I'm still an expert shooter, bow hunt. I've got my compound and my composite bows. Still been meaning to buy a new crossbow. There was one I was looking at. I can't think of the name of it right now, but there was this one crossbow that I was looking at that my brother Nick was looking at also. I think he did get his crossbow. I think he did. They hunt on their property up in Oklahoma. He's been trying to get me to go up there for the longest time. So yeah, nerd geek, can fight, can shoot. So, and I do have, by the way, I do have a Facebook. I haven't really updated it in a while, but I do have a Facebook zombie apocalypse page. People think it's a joke, but it's like, it's also a survival page. So it's half joking because it's, oh my God, I can't think of the name of it right now. The El Paso, oh my God, I can't believe I'm like forgetting my own page. Shoot. El Paso zombie defense. It's something along those lines. Oh, good Lord. Where's that? Yep, El Paso zombie defense. But it's got a lot of survival stuff on there. How to grow vegetables in a more confined space. So yeah, I am a survivalist. If shit hits the fan, I'm good. I'm good. I can hunt. I can grow. So I'm good. If shit hits the fan, if fucking snake, sets off EMP shit and blackens, the earth, gets rid of all technology and everything else, I'm golden. I'm still good. I'm surviving. So anyway, folks, I'll try and get into the next video. Damn, this one went on long too. I'm trying to cut these bitches down. I really am. I truly am. But they go long, I say a lot, go off on tangents, man. That's why I'm real. If I become president, man, if I were to ever run and become president, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to post shit. I'm going to fucking Twitter shit. I'm going to be talking all the time. Fuck it. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I will post things on Facebook or Twitter. I'll probably just do my live stream. Be like, did you see that bitch try to call me out? That would be my live stream right there. As I said, y'all think Donald Trump is bad? Shit, let me run for president and become president. Actually, even in the campaigning trail of becoming president, I'll be pissing people off. I'll be like, did that motherfucker try to call me out? Did fucking Obama say something about my Obama? Shut the fuck up. You already served your 2 terms. You didn't do shit. Shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, I will be a great president because I'll do the job and I'll be calling folks out. You want to fucking North Korea trying to threaten us and shit? I'll be like, yo, you better shut the fuck up. I'll just send a single aircraft carrier over there and just be like, just bomb the fuck up. I'll be like, just shut up. You're a fucking spoiled child. You ain't doing nothing. It's an empty threat. Shut the fuck up. You ain't doing nothing. Because I'll tell you right now, if you really were a threat, I would just tell Russia, you know what, Russia, just invade them. Fuck them. Just why are we going to go get our own people involved? Fuck that shit. I would just tell Russia to invade them. Fuck it. Or tell China, hey, you know what? We're going to turn our backs. We don't see nothing that's going on over there in the Far East. I would tell China, if you want, hey, if shit just happens, there's a technology blackout and we just don't see what happens in the Far East and y'all just happen to invade North Korea. That's the shit that I would say. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck you, dude. Stop talking shit. You're just jealous of us because you ain't us. That's all there is to it. Anyway, talk to y'all later, folks. I'll get into the next one. Hold on. Yeah. Come on.